To relive the history of Latin dancing, let's take a look at one of the most popular dances of the early 20th century.
In the 1930s, International Latin Music Hall of Famer Don Aspiazo introduced the song Peanut Vendor and a new dance form, La Conga, to America. Here's a sample of the conga with music by the great band leader, Nano Rodrigo. Another dance form that took over the dance scene of the 1930s was the rumba. Helped to popularize the conga and rumba on television and in nightclubs all over America. He also developed his signature song, Babalu. Here is Miguelito Valdez, the original singer of this classic song. Now, watch this extraordinary dance performance that accompanied this song.
Wow, that was Miguelito Valdez, the great one, huh? It's incredible to see this kind of dance. Nowadays, it looks so avant-garde for that type of the period of time that it was presented. It was very avant-garde. Was Miguelito Valdez inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Oh yeah, he was among the first one in the first year back in 1997. And he was also a powerhouse, not only for his music and his style of singing, which is unmatched, but in helping a lot of other musicians come to America and perform and develop their careers here as well. So he played other roles that were very important to Latin music.
Millie, I have a question here that was given to me before. Did early Latin dance forms like the tango, conga, rumba, and mambo play a vital role in the development of today's popular dance? How did this whole fusion influence today's dancers?
Well, I would think because of the sensuality of all the dancing. You have the music that's very sensual, which is tango. Then you have your sambas. Then you had your rumbas. So you see it just migrated into the salsa, mambo that is being done now. Sure, the music, the sound, and the dancing together, not apart, is what made it very interesting.
And unique. Now, it's time to take a look at the golden age of Latin dancing, the 1950s. Where the mambo was king.
In 1953, Perez Prado topped the Billboard charts with his #1 hit song, Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White. Internationally, Perez Prado was promoted as the king of the mambo. His pulsating sound brought audiences to the dance floor in cities across the West Coast. However, on the East Coast, the mambo was the king of the Palladium era, a decade that saw some of the best musicians and dancers come to life on the stage and on the dance floor. Take a close look, and you will see Tito Rodriguez breakdancing mambo style.
Well, it is obvious that in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, the big band sound was actually taking America by storm. What did the role of Pérez Prado, Xavier Cugat, Machito, and Desi Arnaz play in this introduction of Latin music into the community here in the United States?
Well, I think they helped to popularize it, one, because of television as well. I think we have to throw into that mix Carmen Miranda, you know, who was very important as well in getting the Latin feel in the movies and people across the country watching it, because the rumba goes back to the 30s. And in fact, a lot of different rhythms were called rumbas. You know, rumba was not just one genre. It was, Americans called rumba just about anything that had a Latin beat in the 30s.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you lived that period better than anybody because
Yes,
you
I
were
did.
dancing constantly. You
Yes,
were
I
doing
was,
shows.
and I started with rumba.
You started with rumba?
Yes, sure. You go back, I was a child, but I started with rumba from hearing the music, sure. Babalu was considered rumba. It wasn't considered mambo. Mambo came from rumba. And then we continued dancing and making it even bigger and better. And then you had all the different tempos. You had slow tempos, medium tempos, and fast tempos. But nevertheless, it was mambo from rumba.
I'm going to take you back to those times. How was the competitions at the Palladium?
Oh,
They were
lots
tough?
of competition, yes. But we were all very friendly. We were friendly as long as we weren't dancing.
Oh, really?
If we were dancing,
Well, it was a war.
we were in competition. Oh, absolutely. Oh, sure. But we loved it. We did. We'd come off and we'd still be friends again. It was just a matter of trying to outdo each other.
I see.
Yeah, we would have that type of thing. They'd form a ring, and one team would dance, and then the other team would jump in. Then they would change partners.
Really?
Oh, we had incredible times when it came to dancing. Oh, yes.
Joe, we're honoring Cuban Pete, her partner. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, we're also honoring Millie Donay and
Millie too.
Augie Margo, who also danced for President Kennedy and Nixon. Okay, what we're doing is we do a special recognition award. It's not an induction award, but we recognize that many other people in other parts of this music play an important role. So that's why we're honoring these great dancers.
Let's take a look at Cuban Pete and Millie in action.